What's up, and welcome to Bibo Online. Thanks for plugging in. How you guys doing? It's been a second, and it's also a video, not a podcast. I might do one last podcast episode to talk about it, but podcast's pretty much done as of now, so I can focus on YouTube videos, scripting, longer form stuff. But yeah, I was gonna do one before Christmas, talking about it, but podcast's just a lot to edit, because I edit it like a full form YouTube video that's like an hour long. And having that weekly is just a lot. So I think I'm just going to do YouTube for a while. I'd like to come back to the podcast at some point, but it's on indefinite hiatus for now. Might get one last episode. But yeah, enough about the podcast. We got a more important thing today. Balloonerism dropped, Mac Miller's new album. As of today, exactly 5 years since Circles came out. And this album, Balloonerism, is, I want to say finally released. There's a weird story about it. So, for people who don't know, this was made around the time that Faces was recorded, back in like 2014, I believe. And it was never fully released, but Mac had talked about wanting it released. And when he passed, it ended up getting leaked, I think, around the time of Circles. A couple of the tracks. I don't know if it was his family who leaked some of it or not, or like the Mac Miller estate. But in its full capacity, to my knowledge, Balloonerism has never been released in full. Like even in the leak, it was just a couple tracks. So this is the first new Mac Miller album since Circles. But I'm super excited. I got into Mac Miller 2022, I think, and it was really only Swimming and Circles. And then in 2024, I went back and listened to almost all of his albums, and I've fallen in love with all of his music. I'm super excited. I got my Mac Miller Kids shirt on. I love kids. I gotta re-say that one. I love kicking incredibly dope shit. Good ass shirt. Thank you, Mike and Libby. So I'm gonna run through each track, listen to it in its entirety, and then pause, talk about the track, and then we'll go into the next one. I know really nothing about this album, other than the single that they put out, which I have listened to a lot. There's also a movie on Amazon Prime. I think it's like 22 minutes. I don't know if it's an actual movie or if it's just like a visualizer thing for the album. There's only two features, SZA and Delusional Thomas, who is another alias for Mac. I think he released a mixtape or some kind of album under the name of it, and it's like Tyler pitched up vocals, to my knowledge. I haven't listened to any of it. 14 tracks, 58 minutes and 42 seconds. And let's do it. I'm so excited. Let's go. All right, first track, Tamperine's Dream, directly into DJ's chord organ, featuring SZA.
Said after the Grammys. B flat.
They had this in the trailer, and this song made me addicted with what the sound of this album is gonna be.
D.
Oh my god! This is so spacious. Like, this is like... It's like Ape... Okay, now it's not Apex Twin. Yes, those Thundercat vocals. Holy shit, dude. I feel like this is so ahead of like what he was doing at this time. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. I was trying not to say everything while the song was playing. But wow. Okay, first off, I don't know if this is a Circles situation or if this album has not been touched and it's fully in its original form. I actually have no idea. Because Circles, there was barely anything done. It was like only stuff that literally needed to be done for a song to feel full. Like Surf, one of my favorite songs ever. All that was added was the guitar, the me if I was a guitar. I don't fuck. I'm guessing it's mostly in its original form. Probably. To my knowledge, a lot of these songs are the first we're hearing of them, so this technically is the original form. I'm saying that to say, I'm guessing it's an original SZA feature from 2014, but wow, the sound of that is so ahead. In a very similar vein to Faces, a lot of the stuff he was talking about on Faces is like very predictive and very aware, and it sets the tone lyrically for what he's going to do from that point forward. I'm guessing it's an accordion right at the beginning, but that humming accordion coming into Thundercat's fucking vocals. Oh, watch the world go round and round. Yeah, wow. That's super head. It reminded me a lot of soundscapes that were originated by like Aphex Twin. It was great. It was simple. And then when those like Mac production drums came in, all day today I was re-listening to Kids. I re-listened to Faces twice in preparation, and very familiar with those drums, that backbeat. If there's a transition at all at any point, I might back it up. Bit hurt so bad. Ow, I did all core at the gym the other day. Ow. If there's ever a transition on the album, like into another song, I'm just going to back it up to the last couple seconds and then just let it play into the next one. Oh, I also just want to say, what the fuck is that vocal at the beginning? What she said after the Grammy. It reminded me of in Faces. It's on San Francisco off of Faces. My pretty bitch watching the Insidious with her pussy out. Pussy out. Aw, sucky now. Sucky now. On Friends when he goes, "Ha, Sven, isn't this your language?" I just love it. I love that. What he said after the Grammy. All right, track 3. Do you have a destination?
Yeah. You can feel it. Can you feel it? Vibration.
I'm coming.
Okay, I went sleep, faded, and I woke up invisible. Keep these supermodel bitches hold auditions in my swimming pool. We ain't the same, homie. The world afraid to change, but it changed on me.
Wow. We are so back.
Where are you going? I went sleep famous and I woke up invisible. Rich fucking miserable. At least I did Kimmel and Arsenio.
That's fucked up.
Video. That's shit I live for all this other. Am I okay? Fuck no. Just so, not so. Need to let the drugs go. Trying to find heaven, I get high but never come close.
I'm so blown away. Like already. That one's, I mean, I've only listened to technically 2 songs, and out of the 2, this is my favorite, but that is crazy. Me jumping out of my seat when I heard that fucking Astral keyboard. Crazy production, but some tough lyrics to read. On most Mac projects, if you go back to them, you'll find lyrics like, I hope someone doesn't mix them with bullshit. I want to join the 27 Club or something. That's on Brand Name. It's hard to read because of how aware he was. And my takeaway was like, he knew. He knew it was going to happen. He, I think, prepared for each album to be his last at a certain point. Like, that's why it's weird how Swimming ends with what he wanted to sonically sound like Going to Heaven. And, like, that's why I think Divine Feminine ends on the theme of death, and then Come Back to Earth, Rebirth, and the next album. He's fascinated with the cycle of life and death, but I think that's just because he was so aware of the problem that was going on and expected that any moment could have been his last. So that's why it's so aware. I give my life to this shit, already killed myself. This song reminded me a lot of some of the vocal styling or lyrical stylings of songs on Faces that come off, they read kind of like bipolar, very contradictory. Like one of my favorite bars ever. I'm the greatest, admitted I'm the greatest, and I don't hold a grudge against anybody who hate it. I'm underrated, don't fit on nobody's playlist. But then goes and says, if I ain't in your top 10, then you're racist. It's just so good, but it immediately contradicts itself and goes back on itself. And that very much is like, my thoughts is cynical, action unpredictable, supermodel bitches holding auctions in my swimming pool, and then goes to say, I gave my life to this shit, already killed myself, like 2 lines later. I think that's just kind of where his head was at this time, with being really deep into his addiction with all this shit. Also, it says that Delusional Thomas is in this song when he shows up for a second in verse 2. Trying to find heaven, I get high but never come close. It's great. Can't kill a god with an upload. There's a lot of really good, he always does that where he'll have one really deep lyric. It's very simple, but it'll just be like one line that I'm like stuck thinking about the entire day. When I was listening to Faces for the first time, I just was going back through his catalog, then fully listened through Faces, and then went back to Swimming, listened to 2009, and lyrics like I might die before I detox, shit like that just came back around, and I started bawling. Yeah, that song is great production wise. The end of it, I don't know why, that like plucky synth reminded me of The Mother We Share by Churches. I don't know why, but it reminded me of the synth right at the beginning. Well, the like vocal to the ba 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 kind of gave me that like early indie styling to it. I don't know. This is great. This is the only song I've heard, not counting the other one from the trailer. But track 4, $5 Pony Rides.
So we right back where we started, still trying to get away. Girl, you wasting my time, and maybe later what you need.
This song's so fucking good.
I remember, girl, you used to have fun. Killing yourself like this, going crazy, keeping all of these secrets. How was that living? Every time I reminisce, I remember when we made out underneath the rain clouds. Stay out late, I wanna lay down.
Fucking crazy. God, those shakers are so prominent on this so far. Either tambourine or shaker or something. It's very, I don't know, I feel like the percussive elements of this album are like front and center, at least for me. That one's great. I've had that one on repeat since the single dropped. Very, 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 very excited. Once again, very upbeat production. It sounds like some scene from a movie where like there's a couple and they have nothing to do all day, so they just go driving in the sun, like go for a picnic or something. It's not a compilation, a montage of that. Very much what this kind of gave me the visualizer in my dome piece. I go hard in my motherfucking dome piece. Sorry guys, got a call from the lady. My meth dealer. Before we do next song, I gotta do pee break. 1 Why is it so dark over here? Hey! We got a mid-video treat. Normal popsicle. No, it's not. That's a fucking trolley gummy popsicle. I think it's literally just frozen gummy, from what I've been told. Yep, that's weird. It tastes like a ice cream truck ice cream with still having some gummy consistency to it. I thought it was literally just going to be a frozen gummy. Nope. We have a little cat looking out the window. Hello, Boing. Hello, Boing. No more red. Enough dicking around. We're back. We're so back. All right, track 5, Friendly Hallucinations.
Can you hear the whispers of an innocent, ignorant child in the ocean? There's help inside that medicine cabinet. Came in for the answers, but she left with a habit. She's falling for her hallucination. It's only real if it's real to you. Does it feel? It's only real if it's real.
That says that again.
It's only real if it's real to you. So what's it feel like? She doesn't have the patience to be treated like a patient. It'll be okay if she just swallow this pill. My Lord, my
Lord. That was like one of the most jazzy songs yet. Ugh, that keyboard, man. She doesn't have the patience to be treated like a patient. It'll be okay if she just swallows this pill. I meant to say it in the last song, but one of my favorite things about Mac, his rhyming schemes are, he has like one of the best flows. Patience to be treated like a patient. It'll be okay if she just swallows this pill. I don't know. His stuff just always flows so well. Like Conversations Part 1, the whole song having the rhyming scheme of A or Asian. We don't do the same shit. And it is your money if you make it. You know, then I like the conversation. That's one of the best examples of it. Like all the faces. I don't know. He's always great with it. And it's similar to Doom, where it's just mesmerizing. Like I could listen to a song one time, not look at the lyrics at all, or like take in any of the lyrics at all, and just be like, that song's so fucking good. Just it entrances me with their flow and all that shit. All right, next track 6, Mrs. Deborah Downer.
Yeah, nothing is impossible. We do the shit together, we unstoppable. The devil always be right where the money is. Somebody gotta be watching.
That's
you,
a good
but
one.
no one is. It's kinda crazy, life could be this simple. Even pills turn to powder. The world wanna crush him down.
His little vocals when he puts fucking reverb on them are so good. Yeah, his background vocals.
Yeah. Original sin, we all come from the same struggle.
Can I get 4 Norcos, 2 Oxys, 2 Roxy, 3 methadone, couple Percocets,
some heroin, 2 Xanax bars, and 6 ounces of weed.
What you gonna do? Money coming slow. Whoa, what you gonna do?
Ignore my black camo PJ pants. I'm comfy. Fuck you. Mac's writing, it's always like thought-provoking in some way, shape, or form. Like I feel like this whole thing read like he's asking hypotheticals, and like it's like poetry. He can't not talk about drugs in a song because it's consumed his life. Every track so far has some key mention of drugs. This album is a time capsule from 2014, but when he was in that big slump, it just shows how much it absorbed his whole life. I love the refrain. Even pills turn to powder. Even pills turn to powder. The world want to crush them down. Also, if pills can turn to powder, then the world could turn to ash. Everything seems so slow, but my past, I thought that it would last longer. It's just that wordplay, that lyrical, that writing. It flows so well. He's so aware of everything going on at that time. All right, next up, track 7, Stoned.
Breaks down the pain.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Isolation, she locking the bathroom door. Put on a record, and I'll play you a song. No, she can't move, cause she paralyzed in fear that she fantasized. The doctor tried to analyze. Isolation, she locking the bathroom door.
I like that dun 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 at the end, because it started as sounding like the knocking from halfway into the song, and then it kind of turns into more just like synth piano chords at the end, but that little evolution at the end is kind of neat. I really like that song. That one's really neat. My takeaway was talking about someone with like extreme anxiety or something like that. He's like, I feel bad. Is there anything I can do? Let's get stoned. Let's relax. Let's chill. I don't want you to be alone. I want to be there with you. I want to help you. So let's just fucking smoke so we don't have to think. So we don't have to think about anything. I love the pre-chorus, the fucking, I wish she would learn to laugh. Isolation. She's locked in the bathroom. No. I also like how it added like stress to the song with the second knock, because it says lock in the bathroom door, and then the knock gets more intense, so it makes it seem like, you know, something bad happened in the fucking bathroom. They're by themselves in the bathroom, alone and anxious. Something bad happened. It like added intensity. It's like the heavy breathing in Noid. The no, that one's great. That, I don't know if I'm guessing it's not a sample, but it's, I don't know, that guitar sounded like, I don't know if Buddy Holly is the exact artist, I should say, but like that era, I'm thinking like the fucking Twist, that kind of music that you do the twist to. Like surfing music. No. All right, next track, track 8, Shangri-La.
Don't be afraid to put your 2 cents in. Paper's not the problem, spending money always casual. Why do you whine like your last name was Rothschild? Life been a bitch ever since they let me out the doghouse. No mercy for the docile. Just how silver is a supermodel.
It's the house of mirage and so the village of unusual.
Yeah. I am getting ready to sign my life away.
Just a rule to follow. Live today cause you can lose tomorrow.
That is an odd one. That is such a amalgamation of a song. Like it starts very much like something ambient, and then has that kind of like rolling snare drum, and then kicks in with the beat. I need to, that one I wasn't picking up much from lyrics. I was just taking in a lot of the sound with it. I'll look at lyrics in a second. Did he sample himself? There's one part that sounds exactly like My Life, I Love It. Sorry, I Love Life, Thank You. The title track. There's a couple parts that have this exact, it's like distant, but I've listened to I Love Life, Thank You, the title track, so many times. Am I crazy? Here's what I'm hearing.
Casual. Why do you whine like your last name? All right then, bitch.
That would be neat. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Sampling yourself is really cool, but it's if so, that's really buried in there. That's really neat because it only plays that little piece and then immediately fades away, just kind of into the background, adding noise to the puzzle piece, mismatch beat. Yeah, that's an odd one. I really like it though. The end of it is weird. It starts like chopping up. I'm gonna look at the lyrics. a little bit more. There was one lyric that I really liked. Life been a bitch ever since they let me out the doghouse. Well, obviously bitch doghouse, haha, wordplay. But I took that as, it's like a doghouse is like being in trouble or something like that. Like, oh, husband's home late, you're in the doghouse. Oh, you cheat on your wife, up, you're in the doghouse. When you're in trouble, you're under supervision, you're in some form of control. Life been a bitch ever since I'm at the doghouse. Made me think like the moment that even though you're in trouble, it's bad control. You're up to your own vices. You got to be independent. And it's hard to be independent sometimes. Like when I fucking got out of school sucked ass. But it was a routine in my life. And then I have to like be an adult on my own now. And it's weird. And it's hard to be on your own ass about stuff. But I don't know. I took that one lyric had so much depth to me. Cause I'm like, yeah, life is a bitch when you don't have that control. Cause you don't know where to go. Like school's pointing you in a general direction. Your job's usually pointing you in a general direction. But if you don't got anything, it's a lot harder to find that point to go towards. There's not much of a description for this one. It was called Shangri-La, so I was guessing it had something to do with Rick Rubin and some kind of meditation thing. But that's really all it says at the bottom. It says that this song wasn't recorded with the original ones in like March of 2014. I think it said that they might have been recorded in like September. But the line, I told her, meet me by the annex. We can get high by the reservoir. It's double entendre. The Annex is the name of a hotel, and so is Shangri-La. Annex is also the name of a reservoir in Colorado. Why is that one of the only annotated things, bro? Shut the fuck up. The disjointed beat with the lyrics being, to me, harder to follow than most of the other songs. The one line, oh my goodness, girl, you a milkshake, extra large, is so out of pocket. We are now in the latter half of the album. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tracks left. Let's run it. Track 9, Funny Papers.
Did no one ever teach you how to dance? Nobody ever taught you how to dance. Yeah, somebody died today. I saw his picture in the funny papers. Didn't think anybody died on a Friday. The hospital was useless and everything was quiet but the music. Recently I only meet peace when in deep sleep in the same places in a suitcase. Don't you love silence? Everything quiet but the music. Somebody gave birth to a baby boy. I saw his picture in the funny papers. 11 pounds named after his Uncle Gabriel. Baby, there's a little vacation in the dresser. 1 for depression and 2 for your temper. Just pay my rent by Tuesday. I bet I'll be rich by April Fool's Day. The moon's wide awake with a smile on his face as he smuggled constellations in a suitcase. I blew the fuck up, then became the world's problem. Bad hygiene, all about that gross life. Hate to see somebody fucking up their own life. Just roll the dice and put 20 on midnight. It's a motherfucking illustrator. Why does it matter at all?
That one immediately changed my mood. Fuck. I like have goosebumps on my arm. It feels like 2009, 4 years before it happened. That one got me close to crying. Like, actually, that piano is just so beautiful. Well, it's just Mac talking about life. Yeah, sorry I didn't have much to say, like, during the song on that one. It was kind of just me sitting. Because, wow. Just his outlook on the world is so raw. That's one of my favorite things about Mac. Is that 1 second. He can view the world as beautiful, yet heart-wrenching. The fucking opening thing is, yeah, somebody died today. I saw a picture in the funny papers. Didn't think anybody died on a Friday. Like, just because something didn't happen in front of you doesn't mean it didn't happen. Shit's always going on. Just because you had a good day on a Friday doesn't mean that everybody did, or whatever the fuck. Been the same dream, world safe, smile on her face, waiting on the other side. I wonder if he'll take me to the other side. I heard the answer in the gibberish of an old drunk. All he said was he's in no rush. I could just pay my rent by Tuesday. I bet I'd be rich by April Fool's Day. It's just one day is amazing and the next day is not. It's hard to see. It's hard to see the beauty in the world when you're stuck in a place and mindset like that. I'm cutting it out, but I'm just sitting here in silence and awe. That is such a amazing song. That one's really, really good. It just makes me think of a 2009 like song, but made 4 years before that was even made. It just keeps on in reinforcing the idea of how aware he was of all of these themes and how his lyrics are like cries for help. I could sit here just reading through all of the lyrics and basically adding nothing for like an hour, just being in awe. That song is crazy. But let's get into track 10. Excelsior. Let's run it.
Yeah. Little Timmy broke his arm again on the monkey bars. Johnny's dad got a nicer car than all the other kids. He becomes the alpha and picks on everybody else. Max protects Claire before the world tear apart imagination. Before there were rules, before there were limits, your only enemies were
Brussels sprouts and spinach.
Yeah, fuck vegetables, guy.
A lot of the songs on this end up winding down like that, like a record player you shut off and it's slowly. I just realized I didn't talk into the mic at all for that whole sentence. A lot of the songs on here, I feel like it might just be a couple and I'm just insane and I'm forgetting the ends of a couple of these songs already. I got like no sleep last night, my fault. I feel like a lot of them are like slowing down, like if you were to stop a record, slows down on the needle. It adds to the sadness, I guess, of this, being a posthumous album. I don't know. I always think that's a really good effect to add to reinforce the ideas of whatever you're talking about. A lot of these songs are dark or very deep ideas behind them. And then to have it slow down like that feels like the song itself is dying. I don't know. It's interesting. I think it's similar to the Doghouse lyric I was talking about, where just life was so simple when you were younger. What is it? When was life all about applesauce and cartwheels? Is that what it was? Yeah, whatever happened to applesauce and cartwheels. The only thing you had to worry about was Brussels sprouts and spinach. Exactly what I was saying. The world gets so big so quick the moment you're out of school and grow up. That ramp up happens so fast too. Okay, now you have to do this. Okay, now you have all of these responsibilities. Okay, now you have to go get a job and start a 401k, or like now you have to, I feel like the world has normalized a lot of that and a lot of people are just numb to it. But it is like a giant amount of responsibility that's immediately slapped onto like everybody. And I think people just aren't as aware about it because that's just what happens. That's just life. I also like how the last lyric is Excelsior, which is like Stan Lee's main catchphrase to reinforce the idea of childhood wonder and all that shit. Make superhero comics, and a lot of people get into comics at a young age, or kids idolize superheroes, shit like that. But it also hits extra hard being last lyric because Stan Lee is also passed. As the album goes on, I'm having less funnies, which is fine. I feel like I gotta do a funny to... No, I don't. I can just be here, and I can be in this moment. Yeah, what the fuck did you say? Vaticanus? Track 11, Transformations, featuring Delusional Thomas. We've seen him in bits and pieces on other songs. He showed up in bits and pieces. I kind of expected this to have like a Dr. TC fucking thing or whatever. Or like a Tron Cat thing where it's like bits and pieces of this character, and then Tron Cat is in full that side of Tyler, whatever. I expected some element to be, so I'm excited for this. Track 11, Transformation. Also, Tron Cat just sucks as a song. I'm sorry. Not like, guys, he says controversial stuff. I just musically think that it is obnoxious, and I just hate it. It just sucks. I'd rather listen to Bitch Suck Dick off of fucking Goblin. Sorry, hot take. I just don't like Tron Cat musically. It just kind of sucks. I like other songs off Goblin. I like other songs off Bastard. It's nothing about production. Tron Cat just sucks. I don't get it. So, sorry. Anyways, track 11, Transformations.
Just kidding. Everything when I do my features, man, it's gotta be fucking crazy, bro. And when you're dealing with DJ Clockwork, you're dealing with someone that A, knows his hip-hop.
He knows his hip-hop, he's a student of the game. Psychopathic thinker, hyperactive drinker. Blew my shit up with a thumb up like Henry Winkler. My bitch like a king cover, put it in her sphincter. Your bitch like a bad fart.
All she do is linger.
Come on.
Let me try that again. Okay, hey guys, I'm a psychopathic thinker, hyperactive drinker. Shit up with a thumb up like Henry Winkler. My bitch like a king cover, put it in her sphincter. Your bitch like a bad fart.
All she do is linger.
Shit. I'm getting high, smoking weed again.
Leave for the lows.
For the medium, delusional Waldo Emerson. Just like you, I love football and lesbians. Never deal with bitches, these bitches are some thespians.
Delusional Thomas is a very fitting name. What the fuck? My bitch is like a bad fart. All she do is linger. Wait, what? Wait, fuck. I'll do that again. Fuck. Those fucking bars are so funny. Just like you, I love football and lesbians. True. I also love everybody. Except for racist people. Guys, I take racism as bad. Oh, Jesus, who the rapper with the golden penis? Put away your money, scrub. I ain't doing no features. That's a fucking lie. He features on Absol's album. No, okay. On a more serious note, I am taking away that the deeper that we get into this album, it's getting less pure in, I don't know, the sound. Like, it starts the most innocent sounding, beautiful orchestral thing. The drums start to come in to kind of give you that idea of what this album is going to be like. And I feel like as each song goes on, there'll be pockets, like with Funny Papers. But even then, the beat and the theming of it is all about darker shit. As each track goes on, I feel like it gets more disjointed, almost like you're tripping. Like, it's all over the place. And there's a lot going on. It's kind of confusing. Yeah, Shangri-La is, there's a lot of sounds going on. It feels like overstimulating while also being kind of minimal. Like, I don't know how it's doing both at the same time. The album itself is high, and each track that goes on, the more fucked up it gets. It's probably gonna have something at the end. It's like it slowed down, it calmed down, whatever, because that's eventually the high ends. I don't know. That song, beat wise, it ends up doing like Lil Wayne lighter flicks into the drums of it, which just reinforces that idea I just talked about. 3 songs left. Track 12, Mannequins.
I asked God to take me on a perfect day. Swear I saw him crying, don't know why everyone's sure it's rain. Problems we can't solve always seem to be my favorite ones. Life gets so boring, playing superhero makes it fun. We are what we believe in. There is no such thing as freedom. Been down that road before, poured alcohol on open sores. Nobody can hurt me if I go inside and close the door. Feels like I'm dying, I'm dead.
The mixing on that one is really, really, really weird. I think out of them so far, that might be my least favorite track musically, because the mixing on that one's really weird. I felt like a lot of the drums were like right up in my left ear, but then like I don't know the different names of all the drums. Out of the boom boom ch, it was the ch, was like sharply hitting me in the ear, and I haven't like adjusted the volume or anything. I don't know, that might have just been me. Even if musically this probably was my least favorite so far, lyrically it just showcases Mac's perspective once again, front and center. Education system, but I feel we only learn from change. Every time I think about it, shit just starts to hurt my brain. Problems we can't solve always seem to be my favorite ones. But why is heroism so close to heroin? Those 4 bars are very smart, because they all kind of loop back to drugs. Every time I think about it, shit just starts to hurt my brain. He's thinking too hard. He doesn't want to. He wants to get high. Problems we can solve always seem to be my favorite ones. He wants to try to fix the shit that is the hardest. Life gets so boring. Playing superheroes makes it fun. He sees himself as a superhero trying to fix these problems. But also, he's getting high. Superheroes fly high. And then loops back to the idea of it. But why is heroism so close to heroin? I don't know. That's my triple entendre loop around. Turn on a little light because it's starting to get a little bit dark in this corner. End of the chorus. Because I see the light at the end of the tunnel. It feels like I'm dying. I'm dead. That song is one of the best examples of his perspective. And like I said before, the whole, I guess, like hypothetical or thought-provoking lines, like education system, but I feel we only learn from change. It's like, oh, yeah, even if you don't agree with it, you can see that perspective. It's like how so much in the world is fucked up and there's no actual, it's always the best option out of the bad ones. It's always the system that we live in, capitalism. Capitalism's awful, but like all the options are awful. There's no perfect society. I don't know. I'm gonna not go rant mode here about the systems that we fucking live in. And we're just gonna go into second to last track. Holy shit. Last track is almost 12 minutes, so we're gonna be here for a second. But second to last track, Rick's piano.
Josh?
Yes?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Rick Rubin.
Rick Rubin who?
Rick Rubin's piano.
Hey! Yes.
Not fucking around. All of y'all are still bitches, but the smell just in place of your makeup. The best is yet to come. Yeah. Please don't give me any credit, that's how people get jaded. Please don't nod your head, and please don't tell me I made it. Cause people start to get worse once they think they the greatest. The best is yet to come. Yeah. I wonder if the deaf father ever hear his daughter scream. Is there a heaven? Can you see the God in me? I don't know, probably. But for now we'll keep waiting. Fuck the future!
Yes, is yet to come.
What does that feel like? What does that feel like? Oh, what does that feel like? Oh, my God. What does that feel like?
It had piano in the name. I knew that was going to be a rough one, but it's another somber one that hit me. Not as much as I think Funny Papers. Because Funny Papers is crazy, but that is, like I said, this is kind of the point where the high is starting to come down, and some of that more musicality and the structure is coming back. The lines start to get blurred in the middle of the album with some of the music stuff, and I take that as, or at the peak of the high. Yeah, I did want to say at the end when he's saying "Oh my God" with that vibrato effect, it sounded like he's literally saying help. He's like help, help, help at first, and then it starts to get more clear when he's like, "Oh my God." I like the smart switch up of what does death feel like? Why does death steal life? That gave me goosebumps in the middle of listening to that. Oh, I'm getting another silent song. It's another silent time where I just get to sit here and fucking think. Yeah, it's just so many of his lyrics are question marks. Wonder if blind mice ever want to see. Wonder if a deaf father ever hear his daughter scream. Is there a heaven? Can you see the God in me? Also, about what does death feel like? I've thought about that since I've been, like, young. I had lost my grandpa at a young age, but I didn't understand, like, the concept of death. But I did think when I was younger, I was like, nobody knows what that feels like. Because it's not like somebody could write it down in a microsecond as they die. Like, nobody knows what happens after. Nobody... Just like all the questions in this song, that's a question that we'll never have an answer to and will just have to be left unanswered. I don't know. Gives me some shit to think about. Gives the listeners some shit to think about. Fuck. I'm just happy the last song's long so I can get like some... Because I'm bummed that this is over. This is such a crazy album. Track 14, Tomorrow We'll Never Know.
Living and dying are one and the same.
Fuck. It's really only 3 elements for most of it. With headphones, right ear is the coo, coo, coo. Left ear is the phone just forever ringing. And then I think it's more right ear, but it's kind of a crossed. is the kids like playing or yelling or something, whatever they're doing. And that's really all that last bit was, as they slowly all fade out. It sounded like a dream. I also looked it up. Nothing was changed or altered. These tracks are just pretty much put in. They tried to construct it with track lists that Mac had written on papers of kind of the order that he wanted for it. I think it was spearheaded by Thundercat. So he kind of had main control, as like John Bryan had main control with Circles. I think Thundercat was the main one too here. But he said that most of the songs were recorded. This is all John Berg, I think. It says that most of these songs were recorded within a week or two. Just crazy of how good and ahead of his sound they are. Like, I think where Swimming is in its own fully developed like lane along with Circles, and this one, it's similar to like, I hate how I always just reference Tyler because he's like my favorite, but Cherry Bomb with Flower Boy, like Find Your Wings, there's elements of something there, but it's still rooted in kind of that Wolf style with songs like Buffalo. He made Buffalo because he's like, nobody's going to listen to this fucking album. I need to put one song on here that says like the F slur or whatever. Oh, but it's still kind of in that Faces style where a lot of elements are ahead, or it predicts kind of what he would do later on, but still has that like older, that watching TV with the sound off kind of drum style, where Circles, to me, Swimming felt like grief, Circles felt like acceptance. Like, I finished Swimming and it goes to So It Goes, and it just kind of fades out and disconnects like a phone line, like disconnecting or something. It's like, fuck, that's it. Circles feels like going all the way around the 5 stages of grief, all the way to acceptance. At the end, this one feels like a dream, especially the last song. It's very floaty in those high point piano parts and pockets that are on the album. But then there's also songs like Shangri-La. There's so many elements going on. It feels like some music that you would make in a dream or something like that, or music that would play in a dream or something along those lines. Actually, I want to see if Tomorrow We'll Never Know transitions well into Brand Name off of Good AM. Yeah, it definitely works. You can go straight into that. I think it's because Good AM... Oh, I don't know. Yeah, because Faces came out before Good AM, technically. The mixtape came out before Good AM. So I think this would have also came out before Good AM. So if you're like listening to the albums in order, then it does transition into it. The end half of that gets a lot rougher to listen to with it being a posthumous release. Amazing album, though. This album is, wow. DJ's chord organ alone is crazy. What the fuck? When did she stand up? You got anything to say to the crowd? True. Oh, little creature. Pretty perfect time to end the album. To finish the album. Really, really, really good. It's not my favorite Mac project, I don't think, because I don't think Swimming can really ever be beat, but wow, that is crazy. I mean, recency bias because I just listened to it, but like some of his best songs that I would rank among some of my favorites. $5 Pony Rides, very great upbeat song, not lyrically but musically. DJ's chord organ, like I said. Stone's really good. Funny Papers, I'd put that up pretty high. Rick's Piano, wow. Transformation's really funny. Miller Estate, thank you for putting this out. This was an awesome listen, and I'm happy I got to experience it. If you guys made it this far in this video, I appreciate you. Thank you. Go listen to this album on your own, because obviously it had to get cut down for copyright reasons, because I don't want my channel deleted. Not that I think they're striking people. I think that Warner Music is striking people. But go listen to this album. Go listen to Kids. Go listen to Faces. Go listen to Swimming. Go listen to Circles. Go listen to all of Mac's discography. Best Day Ever is fucking awesome. I Love Life, Thank You. Go listen to the self-titled track on it. Great. The song with fucking Bun B, all that, and all this. Both those. Boom Bap Rap. Very happy I got to experience this. You guys got to experience it along with me. And yeah, more videos on the way. I'd like to do more of these. If a new album comes out, like a Chromacopia or like a GNX, like this, some artist that I care a lot about. I was gonna do it with Aphex Twin's new album. It's like a compilation album, weird thing, but a lot of the songs haven't been officially released, so I count it as an actual album. I was gonna do with that. I didn't. I listened to it ahead of time and didn't record it. I got some longer form videos planned. I have one big video that I'm working on. I will not say anything, but it is about one of the games sitting on my shelf that I am 99% sure you have no idea about. But I'm gonna get all of you watching to play it. That's my goal. That's my goal by the end of the video. You'll see. I don't know when that one will be out, because I gotta script it, and then the editing process for that video is probably gonna be long. But got some shorter supplementary content done. I got one video ready to upload already, and I'm in the middle of editing another one with Nathan. It's going to be a good one. You might get one more podcast episode, and then it's for a while. But yeah, thank you, Mac's family, the estate of Mac, for putting this project out. It's awesome. Before I even listened to it, I already bought the CD, a tote bag, and a sweater. Thank you, Aiden. I have no idea why Aiden would be watching this, but thank you, Aiden, for showing me Mac. Go check out all my socials down below. Any final message for the crowd? True. All right, see you guys.